Okay, hello and welcome to the fourth leg of my US tour, going from Sequoia Ranch to Inyokern. Really not sure about the pronunciation, but anyway, let's get this plane underway. Got my mic turned back on. Hopefully those annoying pop-ups of my last video won't come back. It's due to some software that's I inadvertently downloaded. A bit of a pain in the arse. Probe heat on. So we're going to be needing to fly about 13,500 feet to get over the mountains. Yes, nose up. Climbing out, departing a northerly runway. So this is a beautifully scenic location, it has to be said. Down the flaps, lights on. Let's come back up to here because I just need to go PDF, wind, option 2. As you can see, our destination is to the right, but we need to get enough altitude to climb over the mountains. Oops, fairly short leg this one. Let's go. So we'll bank probably to the left as we depart. In fact, let's get map, terrain. Yes, we need to come to the left as we take off, I reckon. Okay, and let's I think everything's set as I want. Well, let's hope so. No going back now. Oh, it's just one thing I forgot to do. Hopefully the weather looks a bit better today. I didn't turn the fog menu mode on. Shit. Do that. Right, environment force as I get airborne. Okay, we need to rotate pretty quick to avoid those trees. Stay on manual for the time being. Autopilot. No. Thanks, otherwise I'll hit those hills. Keep me coming this way, please.
Terrain.
Flaps.
Terrain.
I know. I'm desperately trying to climb away from it. Okay, we'll begin a left turn now. There's still some high mountains ahead of me there. Let's head away from them. So we climb at a bit of a higher rate. Struggling with speed at the moment. Slow those down a little bit. So these mountains are seriously high. I certainly can't go to the right. So probably best served by circling back to the left some more. As we gain altitude. A lot nicer weather today. Okay, we can head south now. So we've still got to continue our climb to get over these mountains. We'll find the path through the mountains, whichever's easiest. that mix out a bit as we get higher. As soon as those will turn yellow, we can head on the route we want. I'm not sure what the summit heights of these mountains are. Still showing red, so we don't want to turn in just yet. About 60 miles away from our destination. Continuing our climb out. I must say, a much nicer day here today. Pleased to report. Still not quite out of it yet. Continuing our climb out. Try and increase the rate of climb a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, there's some seriously big mountains, aren't they? Still in California. There's where we took off from. Just behind the wing there, you can see it down there. What a fabulous place to fly into, I have to say. Absolutely stunning. $6,000, we can probably look to turn on more so get the weather actually from our destination. Destination station. So 130 at 6 knots. So we kind of want to come from the north actually. Shit. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. 130 at 6 knots. Let's see what the runways are actually. And our destination. We're going to try some runways. Runway 15 will take, I think. There's a 7,000 foot asphalt. Yeah, runway 15 will do. Should be this one, I reckon. Yeah, runway 15. North. Okay, I reckon we can get away with flying due east now. Famous last words. Because we should be well above the mountains by the time we get there. And then we'll come down. Once we clear the mountains, we'll come down the other side, and then I think is the way to go for this leg. Yeah, so it's been an enjoyable tour so far. I did want to get back and do some airliner flying at some point. Been a bit busy recently. Oh yes, I just realised I need to go back on Rex a minute. Yeah. Fog mode is fog mode is manual off. My options. Fog mode is off, there we go, that's better. Yeah, I wanted to do that. That's better. Okay, we're God, these are some high old mountains. Jeez. Okay, mountains are no longer a problem. This is one of the highest altitudes I've ever flown in this plane. So it's a fairly big airport we're flying into. As is. Climb out. Much nicer weather. I'm glad we got some decent weather for crossing the mountains. As you remember from the previous leg, the weather was absolutely awful. Okay. We're well clear of the tops now. That's brilliant. So this will take us to Inyokern, I think that's how you pronounce it, no idea. Next up after this one we'll be going on to Goldstone, GTS, and from there to Dictator Airstrip, and from there to Kingman, then Seligman, and then into Flagstaff, which I believe Flagstaff is in Arizona, isn't it? At some point we will be arriving in Las Vegas. How far from Las Vegas I don't know, so whether we'll see any of the I think they've probably modelled Las Vegas in this game, haven't they? This simulator rather, not game. In fact that's blasphemy, it's called a flight simulator game. I do apologise. Wasn't so lazy, I'd edit that bit out, but I just want to, because it's quite late, I just want to do the flight, upload the video. So of course all these GA tours I do, I probably mentioned it already before, but just in case you haven't seen my other videos, I mentioned it again. They are done through one of my virtual airlines, Fly UK, as well as regular scheduled services across the globe with various airliners. You can also do GA tours around the world. And then of course this current one going from San Francisco to New York, JFK. So nearly out of cruising altitude now. Don't know if I need to thin the mixture a little bit more. So give me a bit more performance. There we go. So one thing you have to do these, well I certainly call it thin mixture, you call it lean the mixture. And I'm trying to remember how it works. I think it's generally, basically you're introducing more air into the mixture, you're leaning it, it's not so, I forget the precise things behind it, but obviously you need it at higher altitudes. As the air gets thinner you need to make sure there's more air getting in. And as you can see that's going to be quite a speed boost now. This aircraft, its ceiling is around about 23,000 feet, I'm not 100% sure, we can certainly go a little bit higher than I am at the moment. Not much higher than this altitude and you will start to feel the effects of altitude sickness. Although some years ago I was in Switzerland about 14,500 feet up a mountain, and I didn't feel too bad at all actually. I wasn't in a plane, that's obviously on foot. But you get much higher than that, and then yeah, the altitude sickness, if you don't have oxygen, does kick in. And at a certain point you will end up with hypoxia if you keep going higher and higher. Okay, we can slow down a little bit, take our let's back our throttle. So it's a lovely day across this part. Finally some decent weather for this tour. I'd say the last couple of legs has been pretty grey, but the sun is finally back out as we head further inland away from the Pacific coast. But we're a long way to go, only 4 legs in out of 40, so yeah, plenty of miles to cover yet. Getting in the way. Nice to have my trees back. I was trying to explain in the previous video, but of course I had my mic muted. The reason for that was an enhanced night setting in black marble. So basically it removes elements such as trees you don't really see during the night to improve performance. So I'll try leaving it off for now, and if I do night flights and find it's a bit stuttery, then I have to reintroduce it. The problem becomes when you have a flight that transitions between the two, you just have to accept you won't see any trees. But yeah, we'll see how it works out. I'm sure we'll be fine. Anyway, so we're 28 miles out, so we probably want to start descending down now. So we'll take it down 10,000 feet, I reckon. Ease it down nice and slowly. Head a little bit more northwards. Some clouds come along to spoil our view. So we're landing runway 15, 130. Let's just get a weather update. Let's have a weather request. Destination station. 27 degrees, okay, weather. 136 knots, clear below 20,000 feet. It's fine. So yeah, beginning our descent downwards. Slow those down a little bit more. Ease back on the power a little bit more. Ourselves, it's going to be down there somewhere, isn't it? So turn a little bit more northwards, just to give myself more time to Drop down through the altitudes. So we've got a ridge there. Once we clear that ridge, should be able to descend down a fair bit more. So there's this high ridge here that caused me a problem. Just going to clip that bridge, and then we can descend, circle round and land, and that'll be good. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. I mean, Jesus, look at that. Wow. Not a million miles away from where Death Valley is, interestingly enough. In fact, it might be down there, Death Valley. I know the Kampy's got water in it. Okay, let's concentrate on what we're doing. Need a bit more power, we can increase. Okay, we're over now. Let's come down to 6,000. May have to circle around a little bit. So basically we're landing over there somewhere. And we're still a good distance away, so we can probably turn in actually. Spin it around to 150 on the heading, shall we? There we go. I think we can turn in far enough out. We're still 20 miles out. This is just stunning, isn't it? This must be absolutely stunning in real life. I'm so glad I chose this tour. It's just spectacular, spectacular scenery. And we can pretty much hug the mountains all the way down and in. Amazing, amazing. What a flight. It's been beautiful. This American tour just gets better and better, it honestly does. I have, of course, Orbx USA scenery, which, yeah, certainly is an improvement on just having Orbx Global. Or Base, as it's called, I think. God, I can only imagine what this would look like in X-Plane with ortho photos. Damn, that must look, yeah, quite something, I'd imagine. We are 17 miles out. Okay, we can bring ourselves down probably to about 4,000. 2,500 we can reduce the rate of descent a little bit, I think. Then Q and H. Switch our landing lights on. So yeah, we're really getting out into the more arid part. The other side of these mountains was quite green, and now you can see we're sort of, yeah, really in sort of the, as I say, Death Valley I think is back up that way somewhere. Right, we've got to get eyes on the runway. Still 15 miles out, so drop below 6,000 feet now. This is just, I think it's dead ahead. I would imagine I can see it just there. Yeah, that looks to be it to me. Hopefully, bloody pop-ups have just come back, but because I'm recording game capture only, it doesn't come up on my simulator, so up yours, pop-ups. Let's turn a little bit back this way so we can strain up to the runway a bit. Of course, with this arid background, deserty background, it's quite easy to see the runway in the distance there. Haven't been paying attention. We've come back the other way now, but there's our runway in sight. Oh, that's epic. I love those round fields that you get in the States. It just looks splendid, doesn't it? In the middle of a desert like this. It looks absolutely fantastic, I have to say. Okay, let's fully put that mixture in. Stay at 3,500 feet for now. We actually got pappies here. Okay, I'm going to kill the autopilot and take it manually from here. And trim up. We really need to get the trim, that's better. Way off to the side. Let's get that runway alignment done better. So we've got a nice long runway to play with here. Oops. Come back the other way. Now we're nicely lined up, more or less. Okay, we've got landing flaps. See though. Seriously. You gotta love ultimate traffic, haven't you? Yeah, took that, put me bloody off. I just love ultimate traffic live, don't you? Oops. Ah, we're bad. Nah, that's really. Oh, that's a dreadful landing. Ultimate Traffic Live just totally threw me and just made an absolute mess of our landing. Absolutely terrible. Oh man, I messed that up big time. Totally over flared and then slammed it down. I don't even want to look at that replay, but of course we will. Tell you what, I'm just going to pull off in the dirt here and get it over and done with. That was a lovely flight ruined by one of my worst ever landings in this. I could scream for Ultimate Traffic Live sometimes. Oh, I'm just going to taxi out in my little light aircraft and get in his way. Right. Stop recording. Flying Club. Yeah, submit. Okay, brilliant. Let's just jump back on the replay then and have a look at that absolutely horrendous landing. That's just poor. Ruined it. Here we are coming in. And then that ridiculous and bang! Oh, Jesus. The thing is, if I'd left it as it was, I'd have been alright. That's the annoying thing. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible landing. I'd barely give that 1 out of 10, to be honest with you. So yeah, apologies for the landing. See, I could have just, and then I just, oof. Oh, that just doesn't get any better, no matter how many times you look at it. So anyway, thank you very much for coming along on yet another flight with me, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall be back again in the very near future with some more bouncy general aviation landings for you. Until next time, goodbye for now.